Hello, and welcome back to the AI Café Conversations. This is Sahar Andrade, your AI whisperer. Before I go any further, I want to ask you something that is not very comfortable. Do you have FOBO? Not your team, not your workforce, you. Because 49% of CEOs believe AI could replace core aspects of their own role, and yet those same executives are expected to walk into boardrooms and confidently lead AI transformation. That's the double crisis nobody is naming. And it's costing organizations more than anyone wants to admit. So welcome to season 4, and season 4 of the AI Café Conversations podcast starts today. So let's go. The crisis is FOBO is at the top too as well. So let me start with that, what FOBO actually is. Some people say fear of better options, but the one that I want to talk about today is FOBO, fear of becoming obsolete. Cambridge Dictionary just added it officially in January 2026. It's the creeping sense that your expertise is degrading in real time, that AI is moving faster than you can adapt, that the window to stay relevant is closing while you're still trying to figure out what relevant even means in 2026. We talk about FOBO as a workforce problem. 52% of workers fear AI's impact on their future. That's from the Pew Research. The entry-level professionals watching the learning opportunities disappear. Middle managers questioning whether the roles will exist in 3 years. We talk about that constantly. But what we don't talk about, FOBO at the top. Here are the numbers nobody is sharing with executives. That 49% of CEOs believe AI could replace core aspects of their own role. That's from Investopedia. Let that land for a second. Nearly half of the CEOs surveyed, the people expected to lead AI transformation, privately believe AI could do their job. 50% of CEOs believe their job stability depends on getting AI right in 2026. That's from BCG. This isn't optimism driving AI investment. JP Morgan named it explicitly. The dominant force behind AI spending is nothing else but FOBO. Not innovation, not excitement, survival. 71% of CEOs admit to imposter syndrome from Korn and Ferry. And here is what one anonymous executive said, and I want you to really hear this. I spend my time testing tools that could do my job faster, leaving me questioning if I'm the reason progress is slowing. Am I the bottleneck? Am I the reason we're not moving faster? Is the company waiting on me to catch up? That's FOBO at the CEO level in real time. And here is the part that makes this a double crisis. These executives are expected to walk into rooms and confidently lead their organization through the exact fear they're privately experiencing. It's ironic, isn't it? So you lead your team through FOBO while hiding your own. Project confidence while privately questioning your relevance. Demand AI adoption while personally struggling to keep up. That's not leadership. That's theater. That's performance. And neuroscience says it's making everything even worse. Here is what's happening in your brain when you are experiencing FOBO while pretending you're not. The amygdala, our survival system, or our brain threat detection system, fires when it perceives danger. And FOBO is identity threat. Not just job threat, but the threat of being fundamentally irrelevant. When identity is threatened, the amygdala doesn't distinguish between AI might make my role obsolete and a predator, like a tiger or a lion, is chasing me. Same survival signal, same physiological response. Cortisol floods the system, heart rate increases, breathing shallows. Full war system for full sympathetic system. And here's the critical part. The prefrontal cortex that is responsible for strategic thinking, nuanced decision making, empathy, long-term planning goes offline, period. This is what a dysregulated nervous system looks like in an executive. 1. Reactive decisions. Approving AI initiatives without fully understanding them, because FOBO drives speed over strategy. JP Morgan confirmed this. Billions being spent not because it's the right move, but because executives fear falling behind. 2. Performative confidence, saying we are fully committed to AI transformation in board meeting while privately having no idea what that means for your specific role. The 2025 Forbes article I wrote called this exactly what it is: performing leadership instead of actually leading. Number 3, avoidance disguised as delegation. I will let the CTO handle the AI strategy, not because it's the right call, because you're too afraid to expose your own uncertainty. Transmitted dysregulation is the 4th point. And this is the one that costs you most. Your nervous system is contagious. Research on emotional contagion shows that leaders transmit their emotional state to their teams within minutes of entering a room. Not through words, through micro expressions, like facial expressions, like vocal tone, body language. When you walk into a meeting dysregulated, experiencing FOBO while performing confidence, your team's nervous system pick it up. They can't name it, but they feel it. And it creates what researchers call a leadership vacuum. The space where clear direction should be becomes filled with anxiety, rumor, and worst case scenario, thinking. Only 25% of employees have heard from their CEO about AI's impact. That silence, it's not neutral. It's not strategic. It's dysregulated executive trying to avoid revealing their own uncertainty. And the brain fills that silence with threat. The very FOBO you are hiding is being transmitted to your entire organization through your avoidance of it. So here is the truth that regulated executives understand. You cannot lead your organization through FOBO from a dysregulated state. Regulation comes first, always. This is not weakness. This is neuroscience. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot regulate a dysregulated organization from a dysregulated nervous system. So what do regulated executives actually do? First, they name their own FOBO. Not publicly, not in a press release, but privately, to themselves, to a trusted advisor, to their executive coach. Like, I am afraid AI will make core aspects of my role obsolete. Or, I don't fully understand what we are implementing and that terrifies me. Or, I'm questioning my relevance and I don't know who to tell. This naming matters neurologically. When you name a threat, when you bring it into conscious awareness and language, you activate the prefrontal cortex, that is our thinking and strategic part of the brain. You move from reactive survival mode to responsive thinking mode. The threat doesn't disappear, but you can think about it rather than just react to it. One CEO told her leadership team, "I honestly don't know how to navigate this next quarter. Let's figure it out together." Engagement scores went up 40%. Not because she solved FOBO, because she named hers first. And that act of regulated vulnerability gave her team permission to name theirs. Second, they separate role disruption from leadership value. Here is the neuroscience of FOBO that most executives miss. FOBO is not really about tasks. It's about identity. And executives are particularly vulnerable because their identity is often deeply fused with their expertise. Like, I'm the person who knows how to navigate complex financial decisions. Or, I'm the strategist who sees patterns others miss. Or, I'm the leader who builds high-performing teams. When AI can do parts of those things, the threat isn't just to the role. It's to the story you have been telling yourself about why you matter. Regulated executives learn to separate "AI can process financial data faster than I can" from "my value is the judgment, context, and relationships that determine what to do with that data." That's zone 3. The 3 zones of human-AI collaboration are: zone 1, what AI does: automate, process, generate at scale. Zone 2, what humans and AI do together: review, refine, direct AI outputs. Zone number 3, what only humans can do: judge, relate, create from lived experience, hold ethical complexity. Your value as an executive lives almost entirely in zone 3. But if you have never articulated what zone 3 looks like for your role specifically, you will feel FOBO because you're letting AI define your value instead of defining it yourself. Third, they regulate publicly in appropriate moments. There is a difference between performing certainty and leading with regulating honesty. Performing certainty is, we have a clear AI strategy and I'm fully confident in our direction, said while privately panicking. But regulated honesty sounds like, AI is transforming our industry faster than any roadmap predicted. I don't have all the answers yet. Here is what I do know. Here is where I need our collective intelligence. Here is how we will figure out the rest together. That second version requires a regulated nervous system to deliver, because vulnerability under threat feels like exposure. But regulated vulnerability, delivered from a grounded place with clear direction and acknowledged uncertainty, is what actually builds trust in an age where AI can fake everything else. Deep fakes can fake your face. AI can replicate your voice. Synthetic media can manufacture your words. The one thing that cannot be faked is the human trust, built through genuine regulated presence. That's your competitive advantage as a leader. That's your zone 3. And it's accessible only through regulation. So let me bring this home. FOBO is not just a workforce crisis. 49% of CEOs believe AI could replace core aspects of their role. 50% believe the role stability depends on getting AI right. And they are expected to lead organizations through the exact fear they are privately experiencing. That's the double crisis. And the way through it isn't performing confidence you don't feel. It's regulation. Name your own FOBO first. Separate your identity from your tasks. Define your zone 3 explicitly. Then lead from that regulated place. The executives navigating this best are not the ones pretending they don't have FOBO. They are the ones who regulated their own nervous system first, then led. So, my question to you, are you ready to stop performing and start regulating? If you need any assistance, you can book a 30-minute free strategy call. I will put the link into the description. We will go through your results together. I'll show you specifically what executive FOBO is costing your organization and what regulated leadership looks like for your role. If we are a fit, I'll show you how to build the regulated executive presence that leads through FOBO using my own brain framework, the 3-zone strategy and the pilot framework for leading through AI uncertainty. I also want to leave you with this. I have a free 2026 AI leadership planning guide. I'm also putting it in the notes here in the description. It's free, please get it. This is Sahar Andrade, your AI whisperer. This was your AI Café Conversation, the first episode of season 4. Next Friday will be why your team trusts ChatGPT more than you and what that says about your leadership. Before I go, I want you to show me some love. Save this episode for you when you want to hear it again. Share it with someone that needs to hear it. Subscribe to our podcast, and thank you for making us a podcast on the top 2% globally. I really appreciate it. You can reach me by email at sahar@saharconsulting.com, on LinkedIn, Sahar Andrade, on Instagram, Sahar the Reinvent Coach. You can leave me a comment. You can let me know if you want me to talk about a specific subject. I would love to do it for you. If you have any questions, I will respond to them. I respond between 24 and 48 hours. So till we meet again on our Friday, the Forbes article podcast, peace out.
1